The Last Date of Vanessa Vale, a fictional horror story. By the time Vanessa Vale turned 50, millions of men had seen her body, but almost none of them had ever bothered to know her. In the late 1990s, Vanessa had been one of Playboy's most recognizable models. Magazine covers, celebrity parties, luxury cars, men lined up just to get close to her. Back then, Vanessa thought she had everything, but fame didn't last forever, and neither did the attention. Years passed, the modeling stopped, the invitations disappeared, and the enormous Hollywood Hills house that had once been filled with celebrities became painfully quiet. Vanessa tried dating, again and again, but every relationship seemed to end the same way. Some men wanted to brag that they'd slept with a former Playboy model. Others treated her like some fantasy they'd purchased for the evening. And whenever Vanessa tried to talk about marriage or growing old together, the jokes started. One man laughed right in her face. "Vanessa, you're fun, but you're not exactly the woman a guy brings home to his mother." She never forgot those words. Something inside her changed after that. She stopped looking for love and started looking for punishment. The first man to disappear was named Richard Keller, a divorced real estate developer. His friends said he'd gone on a date with a beautiful older woman he met at a charity event. He never came home. Police found his car 3 days later at Los Angeles International Airport. His suitcase was inside. His passport was gone. Investigators assumed he'd left the country. Except Richard's daughter knew something was wrong. Her father was terrified of flying. But without a body, there wasn't much police could do. 6 months later, another man disappeared. Then another, then another. Different ages, different careers, different neighborhoods. There seemed to be absolutely nothing connecting them. Except for one thing nobody noticed. Every one of them had met Vanessa Vale shortly before they vanished. And inside Vanessa's beautiful hillside home, behind a locked door beneath the staircase, was a room nobody had seen in years. A room containing watches, wedding rings, wallets, photographs, little pieces of the men who had disappeared. And Vanessa was running out of shelf space. One Friday night, Vanessa attended an upscale restaurant opening in Beverly Hills. That's where she met Noah Reed. He was different. Mid-40s, quiet, well-dressed. He didn't stare at her, didn't ask about Playboy, didn't ask for a picture. He simply talked to her. Vanessa couldn't remember the last time a man had done that. Eventually, she mentioned her modeling career. Noah smiled. That must have been an interesting life. That was it. No joke. No crude comment. For the first time in years, Vanessa almost felt normal. And that made what happened next even stranger. Because when Noah excused himself to use the restroom, Vanessa reached into her purse and quietly prepared to make him disappear. But Vanessa had no idea Noah Reed had spent the last 11 months looking for her. Noah returned to the table. Vanessa smiled. They talked another 20 minutes. Then Noah suddenly looked tired. Vanessa touched his hand. "Maybe you should come back to my place. You don't look well." Noah stared at her for a moment, then slowly nodded. Vanessa drove. Noah barely spoke. 20 minutes later, her gates opened. The mansion sat alone above the city. No neighbors close enough to hear anything. No cameras facing the rear of the property. No one expecting Noah home, or so Vanessa believed. She helped him inside. The moment the front door closed, her personality changed. The sweet voice disappeared. The smile disappeared. She looked at Noah lying motionless on the couch. "You were actually nice." She sounded disappointed. "That's what makes this unfortunate." Vanessa walked downstairs. Minutes later, she returned carrying restraints. She dragged Noah toward the basement door. But as she reached for the handle, Noah's eyes opened. Vanessa froze. He wasn't confused. He wasn't frightened. He was staring directly at her. "Where's Caleb?" Vanessa's face went completely pale. She stepped backward. "What did you say?" Noah slowly sat up. Caleb Reed. Vanessa knew the name. She knew it very well. Caleb had disappeared 2 years earlier. Police assumed he'd abandoned his apartment and left California. Vanessa had told investigators she'd only met him once. That was a lie. Caleb had spent his final night inside this house, and Noah Reed was his younger brother. Noah had never believed Caleb simply vanished, so he began investigating on his own. Phone records, photographs, restaurant receipts, social media posts, old security footage. Slowly, one name kept appearing around men who later disappeared. Vanessa Vale. Noah couldn't prove she had killed anyone, but he could prove something strange was happening around her. So he made himself visible. He attended the places she frequented. He made sure she noticed him, and eventually, She did. Vanessa stared at him. You came here on purpose. Noah stood. I came for my brother. Vanessa suddenly smiled, but it wasn't the charming smile from dinner. This one looked almost relieved. Then you really are just like the others. She lunged for him. The lights went out. The house went completely dark. Noah heard Vanessa moving somewhere near him. Then, crash, something struck the wall beside his head. Noah stumbled into the hallway. Vanessa knew every inch of that house. He didn't. She whispered from somewhere in the darkness. You should have stayed out of this. Noah backed toward the staircase. Then his hand touched something hanging from the wall. A picture frame. Lightning flashed outside. For half a second, the hallway illuminated, and Noah saw something behind the basement door. A photograph. It was Caleb. Noah ripped the door open. Vanessa screamed. Don't. Noah ran downstairs. He reached the bottom and stopped. Hundreds of photographs covered the walls. Men smiling beside Vanessa. Men sitting at restaurants. Men entering her house. And beside many of the photographs were personal belongings. Watches, rings, driver's licenses, wallets. Noah walked slowly toward the far wall. Then he saw it. Caleb's watch. Noah picked it up. Behind him, Vanessa whispered, He said he loved me. Noah turned around. Vanessa stood at the bottom of the stairs. They all did. Her voice began trembling. Until they found out who I used to be. She stepped closer. Then suddenly I wasn't wife material. Another step. I was a story. Another. A joke. Noah looked around the room. So you murdered them? Vanessa's eyes filled with tears. I made sure they never got to leave me. Then Noah noticed something behind her. A metal door. Vanessa saw him looking and smiled. You wanted to find your brother. She slowly opened it. Go ahead. Noah looked inside, and whatever he saw completely changed his expression, because stacked along the back wall were sealed containers marked with dates. One of them had Caleb's name written across it. Before Noah could move, Vanessa attacked. The two crashed into a table. Photographs scattered across the floor. Vanessa grabbed for Noah, but Noah fought back. For years, Vanessa had chosen men she believed she could control. Men who trusted her. Men caught completely by surprise. Noah wasn't surprised. He had expected this. And outside the mansion, police were already on their way. Vanessa didn't know that before entering the house. Noah had made sure someone knew exactly where he was going. She also didn't know he had already given investigators everything he'd uncovered. Names, dates, photographs, and the connection between Vanessa and the missing men. Tonight was never about Noah proving she was guilty. It was about getting her to reveal the evidence herself. Vanessa suddenly heard sirens. She stopped fighting. Blue and red lights appeared beyond the windows. Her expression collapsed. What did you do? Noah looked at Caleb's watch in his hand. I found my brother. Vanessa ran upstairs. She reached the front door just as police surrounded the house. Officers ordered her onto the ground. For several seconds, she simply stood there, barefoot, hair disheveled, makeup running down her face, staring at the flashing lights. Years earlier, photographers had screamed her name while cameras flashed around her. Now the cameras were police body cameras, and the men waiting outside weren't asking for autographs. Vanessa Vale was arrested before sunrise. The investigation that followed became one of the strangest murder cases Los Angeles had seen in years. Police connected Vanessa to multiple disappearances. Evidence inside the basement suggested she'd been doing it far longer than anyone realized. Families who had spent years wondering what happened to their husbands, fathers, and brothers finally received answers. But detectives found something else inside Vanessa's house, something Noah didn't know about. Inside a locked drawer in her bedroom were photographs of potential future victims. Men Vanessa had been watching. Men she planned to meet. And sitting on top of the pile was a photograph of Noah, taken almost 3 months before Noah claimed he deliberately put himself in her path. Investigators asked Vanessa about it. She refused to explain. Noah insisted he'd never met her before, which left police with one disturbing question. If Noah had been hunting Vanessa, how long had Vanessa been hunting Noah? And to this day, that photograph remains unexplained.